Our first and foremost goal in the economy is to grow our economy in order to massively increase the number of new jobs created in our economy. And at the same time, we must sustain and preserve existing jobs. So our number one goal is about jobs with regard to the economy. We will achieve this goal by focusing on what we call 10 high growth sectors of the economy in Gauteng. By focusing on specific industries that have greater potential to create more jobs, and these industries are located in specific corridors of our province. Gauteng faces major water security risks. Our water usage is too high and therefore unsustainable. Let me give you the figures. We in Gauteng use 300 liters per person per day, which is way above both the world average of 173 liters per person per day and the national average of 235 liters per person per day. So we in Gauteng are using water in a way that is not sustainable. We must take urgent decisions and drastic steps to reduce water demand and water losses in our province. The first priority of this authority is to establish a single ticket so that those who are using buses, taxis, trains, including the Gautrain and any other mode, can do so, move from one part of Gauteng to the other using a single ticket. This is our first priority. Of course, in the end, we want an integrated, reliable, affordable, efficient public transport, and we want smart and green mobility in the Gauteng city region by the end of this decade. In line with the directive I gave in July 2019, MEC Mamabulo and the department have undertaken public transport improvement plans for major nodes in the 5 development corridors in our province. Major intermodal facilities have been visited and assessed. So going forward, we are now going to be focusing on renovating and improving the functionality of these intermodal facilities. Investment in public transport is critical to ensure that we transform the economy of our province, but we also transform the spatial landscape of our province. So, honorable members, our transport approach is informed by our program of transformation, modernization, and reindustrialization. You do know that there's no doubt that over the past 25 years, we have had unprecedented levels of housing delivery in Gauteng. I will continue to report that in the past 25 years, 1.2 million houses were built in this province through government subsidies. That's public housing. And this has provided decent accommodation to close to 4 million people in our province. However, the scars of apartheid remain evident in the spatial settlements across our cities. Most of the new houses we have built are on the periphery of our cities, away from economic nodes and centers of production. So we have introduced the mega human settlements and the new cities as a way to break with these apartheid spatial patterns. And I've reported already that we have found a new way of harvesting and bringing together funding, both public sector funding and state funding for these developments to take place. I want to come to an important commitment I made in the State of the Province address last year. As part of fast-tracking rapid land release, we will, from April to June, release 10,000 serviced sites in different corridors of Gauteng to those who want to build houses for themselves. between April and June this year. Madam Speaker, let me turn my attention to crime, because crime is the top 3 concern of the residents of Gauteng, together with unemployment and poverty. Crime undermines our efforts to build a new country that is economically inclusive and socially cohesive, because it robs families and communities of well-deserved peace and harmony. We made a commitment to release biannual audit of the performance of the priority of police stations in priority crime, the 142 police stations. Honorable members, I am glad to say the audit is ready and it will be released by the MEC for Community Safety in April. The audit of all police stations in terms of their performance in priority crimes will be released in April. So we have met our commitment we made in July. We also met our commitment about the patrollers. We have currently registered 7,000 patrollers, 2,000 more than the commitment we made in July of 5,000 patrollers in Gauteng province.
For more, go to ewn.co.za.